and the Saudi Grand Prix is go. Alonso's going to put pressure on Perez in the opening meters of the Grand Prix. Fernando Alonso takes the lead in the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix.
Oh, Fernando, what a season you've just had. But if I'm honest, it could have been so much more. This is Fernando Alonso. 32 Formula 1 wins, 2 Le Mans wins, World Endurance Champion, 2 F1 World titles, and the oldest driver on the grid in 2023. His achievements really do speak for themselves, but even as recently as the Brazilian Grand Prix, he is still reminding us why many people think he is one of the best drivers the world has ever seen. But his heaps of talent have also come with its fair share of bad luck, finishing runner-up in the F1 Championship on no less than 3 occasions. With a few extra points, we could be calling Fernando a 5-time world champion, but as we all know, it didn't exactly play out that way. But in 2023, that all could have changed. After the first 8 races of the season, Fernando had scored 6 podiums and was only 51 points behind Verstappen in the standings. But by the time he was next on the podium 5 races later, the gap was all too much to overcome. Now the season's over, I've been left to think, if Aston Martin were able to properly develop their car, how close could they have gotten to Red Bull? And if they had really given Alonso a car to win the title, could he really have gone all the way? I don't know about you boys, but I think there's only one way to find out. Normally, boys, coming into the first race of a new season is a pretty big deal, but in our situation, it's a little bit different. If any of you actually managed to stay awake for any races in the 2023 season, you would obviously know that for the first few races, Aston Martin actually performed extremely well. So the point of this video is to keep that performance going after the summer break. With that in mind, I was honestly taking it pretty easy coming into the first race and qualified P6 on the grid. I knew a podium was definitely on the cards, but what ended up happening next was not in the script.
And they all start on 0 points, and where we end up in Abu Dhabi is anyone's business from here. It's the Bahrain Grand Prix. It's lights out, and away we go.
Whoa. That's too easy.
Okay, we've lost 1 position off the start already, boys. That is not ideal. That is not ideal. Oh, okay. Lando, mate, what was the point of that, bro?
Shut up, bitch.
All right, we're going for it on Lando, boys. Oh my God, I've hit him. I've slightly hit him. Oh, wait. Here we go. Look at this.
No. Wait.
Oh, my God. Okay, so we've made up 1 position on the first lap. This is already going better than the real-life race, as we know.
This is exactly what I've been waiting for.
All right, boys, this has got to be it. This has surely got to be the overtake. Come on.
It's going to be really tight. He's got DRS again. Hamilton's got to cover the inside, and he doesn't enough.
Oh, to the inside goes Fernando Alonso. That famous message all those years ago. All the time you have to leave a space. And that was so close.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Okay, up to 4th. 1 more position and we'll be on the podium. As I said, boys, the race was very much going to plan so far. We kept on pushing and eventually caught up to Leclerc, who was in 3rd place. After a great run out of turns 2 and 3, we managed to send it all the way around the outside of turn 4 to take the position, meaning we were set to take our first podium of the season, just like in the real-life race. Eventually, it was time for the pit stops, though. The leader Verstappen and 4th place Leclerc pitted a lap before me, meaning me and Perez were now in 1st and 2nd place. When we both came in a lap later, Verstappen and Leclerc managed to jump us, meaning I was back in 4th place. I had to get past Perez if I wanted any chance of standing on the podium. Luckily, I managed to stay very close to him coming out of the pit, so I knew if I could just hang on, I'd definitely get my chance. And coming towards turn 10, it was time to recreate a legendary Alonso move.
Better traction, millimeters between the pair of them as they go side by side. He's not going to try around the outside, but he is going to try the inside of turn 10. What a superb move from Fernando Alonso.
Oh, shit. Oh my God. I'm not in the business of recreating overtakes, guys, but we had to try that at least once this race, and somehow it's worked. So, boys, we have managed to get ourselves all the way up to P3, which is where Alonso finished in the real-life Grand Prix. So I was very happy with our progress so far, but things were about to change. As we all know, boys, Alonso sadly didn't end up winning a race in the 2023 season, which is probably one of the main reasons why he didn't actually have a genuine chance at the title. But as time went on in this save, I was hoping that we could get to the point where winning would be on the cards every race, or we'd have no chance to take the title. I was planning on going for our first win around the halfway point of the season, but what happened next on the penultimate lap of the race changed everything. Oh my God. Okay. Boys, oh my God, what is happening? What just happened, bro? Oh my, this is wrong. This is wrong, bro. We should not be in the lead right now. This is not right at all, bro. So here we are, boys. A complete stroke of luck means Verstappen spins out of the race and brake checks Leclerc in the process, meaning we were able to slip past the both of them and take the lead with only 1 lap remaining. Leclerc tried his best to overtake us, but we had much fresher tyres than him, so his attempts were in vain. And as we came around the final corner, it was finally time for Alonso to take the flag in P1 for the first time in over 10 years.
That's what I'm talking about! That's why he's the MVP!
Oh my god, man. We've actually, bro, we've done it. Oh my god. What is going on, bro? What is happening? I would have been happy with third place. I was happy. I was literally just planning on staying in third place and letting those guys drag me along. And we've somehow won the race. It's complete luck. I cannot believe this, man. I mean, that's the perfect way to start the season. So, boys, we're only one race into the new season and we've already taken Alonso's first win in over 10 years. This massive stroke of luck showed me that finally things might just be starting to change for the oldest driver on the grid. The next race saw us head to Jeddah for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, another track that Alonso excelled at. We lined up P2 on the grid just like in the real-life race, but we weren't planning on staying there for long.
And the Saudi Grand Prix is go! Alonso's going to put pressure on Perez in the opening meters of the Grand Prix. Fernando Alonso takes the lead in the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix.
Oh my god, bro!
Fuck off you.
Somehow we've taken the lead, mate. We started on mediums and we've still somehow taken the lead. The question is, can we pull away, boys?
No.
I think he definitely will be overtaking us soon.
He's doing it. What's he doing now? Oh, fuck off.
Okay.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Verstappen is already 1.6 seconds ahead of me, bro.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh, fuck. Okay, well, that's not gone well. That has not gone well. Oh, wait.
We do not care.
Okay.
Bagel tear. Would it reverse, tear?
Oh, for fuck. Oh my god, man. So our first big mistake of the season had finally happened, but it did mean that a safety car was deployed. This meant we somehow only managed to fall to P6, even with a front wing change, meaning we still could get a good result. We got a much better run on Piastri off the restart and managed to get past him in the first sector of the lap. And then we turned our attention to Russell, and despite going a little bit deep on our overtake, we managed to get past him on the next lap, putting us up into P4. At this point, there was only 2 laps of the race left, so we did everything we could to catch up to the cars ahead, but it wasn't enough. So we wouldn't finish on the podium as Alonso did in real life, but we did get a win in the first race, so I'd say this P4 finish balances things out quite well. So, boys, 2 races in and things were looking good, but as I said before, these are the races that we can relax about a little bit. As we know, Aston Martin performed very well at these races in real life anyway, so I'm much more worried about the second half of the season and stopping us falling away from Red Bull. Our next 2 races are pretty solid. We travelled to Australia first, and again, just like in real life, we managed to bring the car home in a respectable P3 for even more points. Next up was the Miami Grand Prix. We got another decent result, but sadly no podium. We finished P5 with fastest lap, so we stayed close to Verstappen at the top of the standings. Obviously, it only matters who's leading the championship by the end of the season, but if we wanted to show our intent, we had to take a hold of this thing, and we had the perfect track to do it at next, the Monaco Grand Prix. Anyone who watched the 2023 season will know that this is the track that Alonso should have won at. Basically, it started raining, everyone got a little bit confused, and Aston Martin had to pit twice in 2 laps, meaning that Alonso, instead of taking the lead, would finish in P2 with Verstappen in P1. With no rain expected and us having very good pace at a track like this was our first chance to right the wrongs of the 2023 season and get Alonso this win.
We await the green flag at the back. Here come the lights for one of the great tests in all of sport. And Formula One is racing on the streets of Monte Carlo. Good reaction time for Fernando Alonso.
Okay. All right, we've done Lewis.
Absolute freaking joke.
Okay. All right, boys, this is actually looking pretty decent now, you know?
That's what I'm talking about!
Mate, the fact I'm not like 10 seconds behind Max right now, this could be going worse, boys. This could definitely be going worse.
Why I'm angry? Don't ask me why.
Mate, Max is... We're faster than Max, boys. We actually could go for the move.
Wait.
Oh my god, boys, this is bad. This is bad.
So clearly he's in a very vulnerable time. Alonso's going around the outside of him. This is the first time these two have taken each other on all season on the racetrack.
Oh no! Yes! Oh my god, we've actually made an overtake in Monaco, boys.
It's not fair, eh?
Oh my god, that was actually quite a nice move. I think we did make a slight bit of contact, you know, FIA. Yeah, sorry guys.
Nothing, just an incident.
As you can probably tell, guys, our pace was amazing in this race and we were putting a massive dent into Lando's lead. We got past Verstappen on lap 5 and by lap 9 we were under 2 seconds to the leader. Lando pitted at the end of that lap though, leaving us in the lead for the first time in the race. We used the clean air to push as hard as we could on our mediums and eventually we pitted a few laps later, coming out on lap 12. I thought we'd done enough to overcut Lando, but he just slipped past us as we exited the pits, meaning we'd have to overtake him on track. We stayed close though and a lap later we got our chance to take the lead.
It'll be a brave move from there, but a risky move, very risky move, and he takes that risk.
Oh my good lord, I can't believe he did that. That was ridiculous. It's unheard of. It was majestic.
Oh, we've done it. Oh my, bro, what just happened, man? Oh my God. That was actually crazy. Okay, we're in the lead, mate. What an overtake. I actually cannot believe how well this is going. So we had retaken the lead this time once and for all. We kept pushing the tires and eventually Lando dropped off, meaning we were leading by over 4 seconds and came across the line to take Alonso's second victory of the season and his third victory in Monte Carlo.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Oh, boys. We've actually won in Monaco. We have won in Monaco, man. What a result, boys. We have taken Alonso's first win in Monaco for a very long time and already his second win of the season. Things were looking amazing so far, and at this point we were even leading the championship over Verstappen, who was in second place. And at the next race in Spain, Alonso's home race, we had a pretty poor qualifying, all things considered, and lined up P7 on the grid, but we managed to fight our way through the field, and a well-timed pit stop when we managed to undercut a few cars ahead, and we were sitting in P3 with a few laps to go. After closing in on the P2 man Lewis Hamilton, we pulled off a last lap overtake, taking the position from him, which is where we'd go on to finish. After this, we had a bit of an off weekend on our trip to Canada. A mistake in qualifying meant we only lined up P9 on the grid, and despite having some pretty decent pace, we weren't able to progress that much throughout the race. This paired with the slow pit stop meant we ended up finishing the race where we started in P9. And finally, the last race before the halfway point in the season was in Austria, and we had a much better weekend than the last. We started the race in P7, and after some great battles with our rival, we had managed to climb all the way up to P3 to take another podium for the team and our championship effort. At this point, halfway through the season, things were actually looking really good, and we were only 24 points behind Verstappen in the driver's standings. But the next 8 races of the season is where everything was really going to matter. Past this point in real life, Aston Martin only scored 2 more podiums for the whole season and had a few pointless finishes too, meaning Alonso's chances at a title were all but gone. Luckily, with us at the wheel, we had managed to guide the car in a different direction and kept up massively with the Red Bulls and Verstappen, meaning Alonso had his best chance in a very long time to actually take the title. With all this said, things were looking very good going into the next race at Silverstone, but an incident a few hundred meters into the race blew the title wide open.
What are you doing?
Nothing. Me? Just hanging around.
No way, man. Oh my God. I cannot believe this, bro. So guys, for some unknown reason, Lewis decided to literally not move on the start. We had to swerve to avoid him and ended up hitting signs. It wasn't really anybody's fault, but in the car, I was not happy. But anyways, these things do happen. We had to put it past us. So at the end of the lap, I decided to dive into the pits for a routine pit stop, get a wing change and some new tires to last me the rest of the race. There was also a Haas with me in the pit lane, and I thought he might block me, so I was quite distracted. So it took me a few laps of racing to notice that something a little bit weird happened in my pit stop.
Oh my God.
God, these tires are actually disgusting, mate. Well, I got other damage apart from...
Oh, fuck off.
Oh my God. Oh my God, bro. I wasn't even paying attention. They didn't even change my wing, bro. Bro, I was like, there's no way the hards feel this bad. So, boys, as you all probably guessed, I decided to pit again at the end of this lap, and I finally got my new front wing. But at this point, we were almost a lap down from the rest of the field. I know there probably could have been a safety car, but at this point, we just decided to save the car and retire from the race. Max went on to finish in second place, and he did open the gap up between us a little bit. And the next race at Spa was not only one of Verstappen's home races, but also a track that Alonso, in his 20-year career, has never won at. The race started with rain falling and conditions were really not ideal, but a pretty early safety car led us to take a big risk, and we pitted onto dry tires first. It was a treacherous first few laps as the track was still pretty wet, but as the surface dried up, we started to gain positions. Sadly, our inspired call didn't end up going to plan, and after originally being in P4, we ended up crossing the line down in P8. But it wasn't all doom and gloom. A massive stroke of luck meant that Verstappen actually DNF'd from P2 in this race, so we took no points away from the weekend. Obviously, this drop in form from us was not ideal, but the gap was still quite close and the car was still improving. At this point in the season, other teams such as Mercedes and Ferrari were catching up too, so we all had similar performance. This meant that at a minimum there could be at least 3 different teams battling for the win at any track we went to, so the races were about to get very interesting. And at the next round, it was the Dutch Grand Prix, another one of Verstappen's home races. And getting a great result here not only would dent Max's confidence, but would also help us massively in our hunt for a championship.
72 laps ahead, green flag at the back. Here come the lights for the Dutch Grand Prix. And we go racing in Zandvoort with a good reaction time for both of the drivers on the front row.
I think I'm going to uninstall the game.
Okay, Verstappen's had a bad start. He's right in front of us. If we can overtake him on this lap, oh my God, this will be huge. This will be huge, boys.
No.
Oh, boys, here we go.
So
Shut up, bitch.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
But they make it through. That's opportunistic stuff to the inside. What a great move from Fernando Alonso.
Holy shit, we've done it, boys. We've done him. Oh my god. Okay, this is huge. This is huge, boys. What a start, boys. We had gotten past our main championship rival on the first lap. And a few laps later, we managed to get ourselves up into the podium positions with a dive bomb on Hamilton. But at this point, things were not looking good, as just like in the real-life race, rain had started to fall on the track. Despite the conditions being a little bit sketchy, we weren't afraid to try and make a few more moves. And coming down to turn 1 with a lot more grip than the cars in front of us, Leclerc and Piastri, we saw our chance to take the lead of the race. Oh my god. What is happening? What is happening?
Fernando Alonso is going past. Fernando Alonso has turned 5th position and he is tiptoeing through the rain using all of the experience.
Oh my god. Okay. So with Verstappen still down in P5, we have gotten ourselves all the way up into the lead of the race, but the weather was getting worse. I kept on checking in with my engineer as the laps went on, and he was saying that it would only be light rain. My pit stop was coming in a few laps, and I wasn't sure if I should stick with softs as planned or switch to inters. Eventually, when lap 10 came, I dived into the pits and went with softs. The first few laps after my stop were honestly pretty decent. The conditions were still good enough for slicks, but as time went on, it was only getting worse. Drivers such as Hamilton have been waiting for the rain to take their stops, and with just 2 laps left, the track was completely soaked, and I had all my rivals hunting me down on wet tires.
Jesus Christ.
There's actually no way this is happening, bro. Oh no! 8 seconds. I feel like I can keep him. I feel like I can keep that gap. Nah, I think I can do this, boys.
Excuse me, what the actual
I can see him! Oh my god, come on. Boy, there's one more lap, bro. Please, man. Oh, Lewis, no, don't do it, bro. Do not do this to me, man.
Fuck off, you fat...
I'm still going for it. I'm still getting in there, bro. I'm not giving this up. No. Why are you hitting me, bro? What is going on, man? Yes! Oh, my God. Okay. P2. Oh, my God, man. That was... So after all that, boys, we had still managed to hold on to P2, and with Verstappen finishing down in P4, we clawed back some crucial points in the championship. With only 4 races left this season, the gap was down to only 35 points, so the next few races would be even more crucial to our title challenge. Heading into the next round in Singapore, we knew we could potentially be the strongest team on the grid, but Ferrari, Mercedes, and even McLaren weren't far behind. We started the race in P2 and took the lead from Russell off the start. Piastri, who started behind us in P3, also followed us through to take P2. At the same time, Verstappen was all the way down in P6, so it was looking set to be another great result, but the McLaren of Piastri was right there behind us to show us that it wasn't going to be as easy as we first thought.
Out my way, son!
Whoa! Okay, well, Piastri's just mugged me. Piastri's just completely mugged me and taken the lead. Unbelievable, bro.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Okay. Okay, how did that work? How did that work?
Shut up, bitch.
Sorry, Piastri, mate. I'm sorry, bro. So we had gotten past Piastri once again, but the battle was far from over. For the next few laps, we kept trading back and forth until the end of the 9th lap, where Piastri dived into the pits. We had great pace this weekend, so I knew if I could get a good in lap, we could maybe hold on to the lead. But then a safety car was deployed on track, meaning we would keep the lead anyway. However, Verstappen had actually pitted 2 laps ago to try the undercut, and due to getting some clean air, he went from P6 all the way to P2 right behind us. If that wasn't enough to prove that Alonso still didn't have luck on his side, what happened next really made me realize.
No, 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 no. Wait.
Fuck you, kid.
No. My game is broken, man. Oh my god. So I'm now behind him, bro. This game is so broken, man.
Shut up, man.
Okay, I have to overtake him now. We're just gonna roll with it, guys. We're just gonna roll with it, all right? And we're gonna overtake him.
Here we go.
I'm not gonna let F123 rob me of this win.
Oh, what are you talking about, man?
I don't care, all right? I don't care. We are not losing to Verstappen right now. We are taking this win, and we are getting some points. I'm going to wait, boys. I'm going to try and wait till the last lap so I can have DRS. Yes! Right, here we go, boys. Final lap. This is what we've been waiting for. Come on. Oh, he's hit me. Bro, he just bloody hit me, man. Oh, my God. Okay, we've taken the position anyway.
I like this sure is sweet, huh?
He's going quite slowly. Oh, okay, we've definitely won now.
And he rounds the final corner. The man of the moment has the momentum as well for the championship. It's another win for Alonso.
Okay, we've won. Oh, my God, we've won. Come on, man. Yes. So after all that, boys, we had still managed to take Alonso's 3rd win of the season. And with Verstappen finishing behind us again, the gap at the top of the standings was down to only 29 points with 4 races left. I was hoping to at least have a chance at taking the title going into the final race at Brazil, but we still had 3 more races to worry about before that. First up, we travelled to Japan, where all things considered, we had a pretty poor result. We qualified P4, but honestly just didn't have much pace, so by the checkered flag, we had dropped to P6, but Verstappen only finished 1 place ahead of us in 5th. Next up, we travelled to Qatar, a track that Alonso took a podium at in 2021, so we clearly had good pace here, and with a much better car than back then, anything could happen. We started in P2, and after going back and forth with the pole man, Lewis Hamilton, we finally got past him for good on the 4th lap, and from that point onwards, we disappeared up the road and ended up taking another win. This win put me within 11 points of Verstappen at the top going into the final 2 races, and after qualifying P2 in Kota, with Verstappen in P5, we finally had our chance to even things out going into the final round. We held P2 off the line and began trying to chase down Hamilton, who was once again in P1, but this time he was a little too quick. The race was honestly pretty uneventful, and eventually Lewis did start to pull away. We still finished in P2 though, but there was a lot happening behind us. As I came to cross the line, Verstappen was in P4, meaning I would be leading the championship. However, on one of the final corners of the race, he managed to slip past Piastri to take the final spot on the podium. After a very bad run of form for Verstappen, he had one of the moments of the season, and taking that P3 meant that he was still 5 points ahead of me in the standings. This put all the pressure on us as we had to finish ahead of him at the final race of the season to take the title. And as we all know, Alonso and title deciders at Brazil do not have the best history, so it was not looking good, but we were going to give it everything we had at the final race of the season in Brazil. So yeah, here we are, boys. The last race of the season. Verstappen pulled out of the bag last race. Yeah, I was supposed to be leading the championship, but because of that position he made up on the last lap, we're still 1 point behind him. So no matter what, we need to finish in front of him today, basically. Luckily for us, he's starting in P8, quite far down the grid. We're already 4 places ahead of him, and the race hasn't even started yet. So we'll see what happens. But right now, it's looking very good, guys. We just got to keep it on the road, have a semi-decent race, and hopefully we can win Alonso his 3rd title.
And this is when mind, machinery, and man all come together. Who is going to be the world champion?
The lights come on, look but never stare.
And it's lights out, and away we go for one more time.
Yes! Yes!
Okay, that's exactly what we needed. Verstappen has also made up positions, though. We are champion as of now, but I'm going to try and get as far up as possible.
Yo, please slow down. Oh my gosh!
Oh, we're much faster than Leclerc. Okay, let's go for this, boys. Let's go for this.
And he might be about to make a move, and here goes Fernando Alonso down the inside, and Alonso has put himself up into the podium positions by the end of the 1st lap, and it is Alonso's game now in the World Championship.
Oh my god, bro!
Oh my.
Okay, that's huge. That is huge, bro. Bro, we're in P3 right now. This is massive. Verstappen's P6, I think. We're looking very good right now, guys. We're looking very good. I'm now getting caught up to by the Ferraris because I'm... Oh no.
The fuck you say?
Oh no, no, no. Oh, I can see, but oh no! What have I done, man?
Whoa, 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 hey, hey, hey.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Leclerc had a moment. I had to go for that, boys. I saw the moment. All right, so things were going great right now, guys. At the end of the same lap, we managed to get past Lando into turn 1, putting us up into P2. And with Verstappen nowhere to be seen, the title was all but over. We kept on pushing until the end of the 10th lap, where it was time for our pit stop. I was told over the radio that Verstappen had pitted a lap earlier, though, to try the undercut. We had a pretty good stop and beat Verstappen out of the pits, but after a great lap, he was right behind us. The 2 title rivals were only 1 point and a few hundred meters apart with only 7 laps to go. Luckily, at this point in the season, we had the upper hand car-wise and managed to keep the gap. And then on the 16th lap, we were able to overtake Leclerc to all but seal it. It was finally time, almost 17 years on from his 2nd title in 2006, for Alonso to well and truly cement himself as one of the greatest drivers the world has ever seen. Okay, here we are, boys. Leclerc does not have DRS. I mean, we're close to Russell. I don't even care about the win. I don't care about the win. We're going to enjoy this lap. We're going to enjoy this lap, boys.
When you do something with your heart, when you do something you're 100%, you have to be proud, and we will try next year.
Sebastian Vettel to win the Indian Grand Prix, to become a 4-time world champion.
In 2014, Ferrari made a car that was undrivable.
You see the sky, then you see the ground, you see the sky, and you know exactly.
Fernando Alonso goes off the track. That's a high-speed crash. Fernando Alonso is off the track and out of the race. And that is another mechanical DNF. It's almost a cruel for him, but he can see now the checkered flag, and he finishes the season on a high. And we look now for the man who's once, who's twice, and is 3 times a world champion.
We've done it, boys. We've done it. Yes, man. Yes. 2005, 2006, and 2023. World champion. That's one of the most satisfying ones I've ever done. This is beautiful, boys. This is beautiful. So here we are, boys. The season is over and our goal is complete. 23 years after Fernando's F1 debut and 17 years since his last title, he has finally taken the elusive F1 crown for the 3rd and final time. After this season, Fernando decided to stay on for another year, but called it quits once the 2024 season was complete. This time for good. And what a career he has had. I've mentioned it before, but I really think Alonso is honestly probably one of the unluckiest drivers to ever race in F1. Even as recently as the 2022 season with Alpine, he had so many car issues that cost him so many points. Even if we look back at his previous teams, I mean, I think everyone knows that his move to Aston is probably one of the only good team moves he's ever made in his career. He's very bad at picking teams. And title-wise, if we look back at 2012, for example, I think he really did deserve the title, but races such as Spa, where he was taken out completely out of his control, are what cost him it all in the end. As I like to say, anything can happen in Formula 1, but even if Fernando does stay on for a few more years with Aston and doesn't win a race or a title, once he's done with the sport, I think we can all agree how special of a driver he really is. Especially with the rise of his social media presence in recent times, he has left a certain mark on the sport that I don't think any driver before him or even after could ever do. And above all else, I think we can all agree that he truly is one of the greatest drivers the world has ever seen.
Keller, the current leader, and then Michael goes to the inside, tries to block the line in 130 and Alonso having none of it. And look at that, Vettel's going slowly.
And Vettel's got a major problem. Fernando Alonso leads in front of his adoring Spanish fans, can now see the checkered flag and comes home to win the Grand Prix of Europe. Webber pulls out onto the right-hand side, and he might be about to make a move. And here goes Fernando Alonso down the inside, and Alonso has put himself up into the podium positions by the end of the first lap.